Hey, what's up guys? It's Mike. Today I will be doing a quick overview, quick tutorial I guess you could say, on the Epson 2030. I'll show you guys some brief footage that I just shot downstairs, and I will give you my honest opinions on it. I just had surgery at the beginning of the week, so I've actually had about a week on my hands of nothing to do, so I've played around with the projector quite a bit, and I've got a good feel for it, and hopefully I can give this information to you, and it can steer you one way or the other if this is something you're looking for. Let's get to it.
What do you know? This house is falling apart. What can I say? This house is falling apart. We got no money, but we got heart.
Alright, so here we got the Epson 2030. Overall, let's start with the build quality. Very, very good build quality. And I got to give it up to Epson. This is the second Epson I've tested out. I tested out the EX7220, and that one's build quality felt very good as well. We got our focus up here, very tight, very good. We got our zoom, once again, very tight, does not move around like some of the other projectors I've seen lately. You got your keystone right here that you can just move around. It is automatic, so if you put this a little bit higher at a tilt, when you project it onto your screen or your wall, it will adjust on its own. Once in a while, when I was playing around with it, I noticed that I had to go in and make a little change here and there, but overall, it's pretty good with that. Also, you got your lens cover right here. It's just a sliding bar right here, open, close. You got your buttons here on top. You got a vertical keystone right here. You got your sound up and down. You got an escape, your menu button, your source select, and you got your power button. All your plugs are in the back. You got two HDMIs, a PC, you got audio video, audio out, micro USB, USB, and the RS232C. I'm not quite sure what that is. The projector itself has a little bit of weight to it. It's a little bit heavier than the Optima HD141 that I recently did a review on. But in my opinion, weight is kind of here or there. It's gonna probably be mounted one way or the other, or sit on a shelf. It's not like you're gonna be walking around carrying it. So that is kind of out of the picture in my opinion. It doesn't really matter. This projector is 2000 lumens of brightness, 2000 lumens of whites. Overall, it's not bad. It has a pretty good picture. As you will see here in a few minutes, I'm going to show you guys some footage that I just took downstairs. I did some footage with a little bit of ambient light, a lot of light, and no light. As you'll be able to see, obviously no light looks the best. Highlight gets a little washed out. Low light isn't too bad either. So you can be the judge what you're looking for. Some people want that nice crisp picture. If you want the nice crisp picture during the day, at night, I would steer away from this projector. I don't think this is the one you'd be looking for. You probably want to spend a little bit more money and get something that has more lumens. Here's the box that the projector came in. Just regular box. I bought this one at Best Buy. They had it for $8.49. That was the cheapest price I could find. I was going to try and price match it with Amazon, but Amazon had no better deals. $8.49 looks like your best bet. I searched everywhere online because Best Buy will price match anything online pretty much. So one thing I recommend to you guys before you get your projector, search around every site you can find. If it's something that Best Buy carries, another website selling it cheaper, go into Best Buy, pull it up on your phone, show them, and they will match the price for you. And the good news is you get it right then and there and you don't got to worry about it being shipped to you. This projector has a nice little kickstand feature. I've noticed that a lot of the Epsons do. You just pull up on this little lever right here. It pulls down this kickstand, so that way you can tilt the projector if you actually have it lower, such as a coffee table or whatnot. You're projecting up onto your wall or your screen. So that's pretty cool, and it has all kind of different grooves in it, so if you don't need it that high, you can, just go a couple grooves up and just get it, a little bit off the ground, or get it, a lot off the ground. Overall, in my opinion, I think the image is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great. The DLP that I had a great image, but unfortunately I see the rainbow effect, so I couldn't keep that projector. For an LCD projector though, this one is good. It's 1080p. I have the projector about 15 feet from the screen, and I don't have it zoomed in at all. I don't want to really lose anything because I'm already so far back and I've got such a big screen. Overall, it's not too bad. I am curious though. I was reading online, I guess Epson just came out with a new line, the Home Cinema 3000. The other two were the 3500 and possibly the 3600. I am curious. I would like to see what those look like. Like I said, this projector was $8.49. It looks like the Home Cinema 3000 is $12.99. same, but it has more lumens of brightness. The contrast ratio on the Epson 2030 here is 15,000 to 1. The contrast ratio on Home Cinema 3000 that I was looking up today is actually 60,000 to 1. So it's a pretty big difference right there. You're getting 4 times the amount of contrast with the other projector. Unfortunately, you go to Best Buy and they don't have these things on display, so it's kind of a gamble when you pick it up, or you just go on YouTube, you watch videos. So hopefully this is helping someone out there, because I know I wish I had different things to view when I was trying to buy, different projectors and whatnot. So let's break it down to the pros. The pros of this projector. In my opinion, it's LCD. I like the LCD projectors. It's easy on my eyes, doesn't give me a headache, so that's a huge plus. I really like the lens cover on this one. There's nothing to lose. It's built right in. You just slide it right over. Bang, you're done. I really like the automatic keystoning. When you get it tilted, it will fix everything on its own, and most of the time it is pretty accurate. This projector has 3D, and I have tried it. I bought some cheap Samsung 3D glasses at Best Buy for 20 bucks. The glasses that this projector recommends are the Epson 3D glasses, which are 100 bucks, and I was not going to pay 100 bucks for a pair of 3D glasses because it's something that I really won't use that much. It was just more or less something that I thought would be kind of cool to have once in a while. I mean, I don't really have that much 3D content. I have HBO On Demand, which has a few 3D movies here and there, but usually it's all like the animated, cartoony kind of movies that I'm not really into. So in my opinion, 3D is either hit or miss for me. It's kind of a cool feature to have, to do it, once in a while. No big deal if it doesn't have it though, in my opinion. So that one, I'll give a pro just because it's there. It's an added feature, which is cool. Another pro of this projector is, after doing some research online, the lamps for this projector are pretty cheap to replace. Buying a projector, you need to take into consideration you're going to replace your lamp sooner or later. In my opinion, that's something to keep in mind. If you're going to go spend $1,500 for a projector, and then in 2.5 years from now, you got to go replace that lamp, and that's a $300 lamp, that's going to add up quickly because, I mean, in my opinion, a projector is an investment. When you buy a TV, you usually buy a TV and you keep it for 5 or 6 years. Buying a projector, I would like to get one where my lamp replacement is in the lower end. I don't mind paying a little bit more up front, but I'd rather pay a little less for basically my maintenance to keep the projector up and running. Another pro of this projector is I really like the menu setup, the way Epson's done it. It was the same exact way on the Epson EX7220. Their menu setup, user-friendly. You can just thumb right through it. It's super easy in my opinion, much easier than the Optima's menu was. So if you're someone who's consider yourself tech savvy, but yet you still want to have a home theater, or you're looking to replace your home TV with a huge screen for about the same amount of money, this is something you would be able to buy. You'd be able to plug it in, get it set up, open up that menu, and you'd be able to figure it out. It's pretty simple. All right guys, so let's talk about the cons of this projector. This projector is loud. There's no ways around it. When you're watching in normal mode, and if during the day you're gaming or you are watching a movie or watching TV, this is a pretty loud projector, and you're probably not going to be running it in eco mode. You're in eco mode, you got light coming in through the windows, or you got lights on in your house. You're probably going to want it to be on normal, so that way you can see a brighter, better picture. Right now, I currently have my projector sitting behind my couch on a stepladder. When I'm watching a movie, I just kind of learn to zone it out. It's there, but if you ignore it, you'll probably forget about it. You'll be so in sync with what's going on the screen. However, when you go into eco mode, it does quiet the fan down a lot. You don't even recognize it. It's super quiet. However, you do get a dimmer image, which means during the day, you're probably not going to use it because this projector is 2,000 lumens opposed to the other one I reviewed, which was 3,000 lumens. Another con of this projector that I've noticed, I haven't really noticed it when I'm watching Blu-rays. However, when I'm watching live TV, I do notice sometimes it seems like the sharpness or the crispness of the image gets blurry a little bit. Once in a while, I'll have to turn around. I'll be like, man, is this thing going out of focus? And I'll mess with it, and the focus is still spot on. It's just, for some reason, the image just doesn't keep things extremely crisp all the time. And the images not staying crisp all the time have really started to annoy me. I didn't really think it would bother me at first when it first did it. I was like, oh, it's no big deal. But as I kept watching it and I was playing, I play a lot of Madden. When I was playing Madden, it was driving me nuts. I couldn't handle it. So what turned my attention to come back online, research some more, look up some new projectors. I looked at the Epson 3020. I'm curious if there's anybody out there that has that projector. If you think it's a good one, if you think it's worth the extra investment, is the picture quality really that much better than the 2030? Also, is there anybody out there who has the brand new Epson Home Cinema 3000? Those just came out in September, so they've only been out for a few weeks. I'm curious if anyone has that, if anyone's gotten a chance to play around or look at it. One last con on this projector are the built-in speakers. The built-in speakers suck. they're horrible. More than likely, you're going to be plugging this thing into your home theater. At least I would hope so. If you're getting a projector, I definitely recommend do not rely on the onboard speakers. They are just meant to be used temporarily, or if you're going outside for a movie night, you know, if you're just using it here and there, you're moving it around from room to room. But if you're getting this thing and you're stationing it somewhere, you're mounting it somewhere and you're leaving it there, definitely make sure you're hooking this thing into external speakers, into a sound system. The speakers on this thing, once you get above 4 or 5, it crackles and it sounds like garbage. All right, guys, so here's some sample footage of the Epson 2030. Right now I have a light on behind me in my dining room right here. And as you can see, the picture still looks pretty good. I mean, when it's completely dark, it does look a little more vibrant, a little more bright, and you know, you get that overall better quality. But if you're someone that doesn't like sitting around in the dark, or it's during the day, or you know, whatever it is, this is, you know, it's good news that you can watch this and it will still be clear and you can make out what you're watching with a little bit of ambient light going on. Just to give you an idea of where the projector's sitting right now, I have it on a ladder behind my couch. I don't know if you can hear the noise, but let me put the camera right next to the projector here.
Most people sell their really big.
The projector is a little bit loud. The fan noise is a little much on it. This is in normal mode though, it's not in eco mode. I'll show you eco mode here in a few minutes. Just want to do a couple tests for you guys so you can see the projector in all different sorts of light. So right now I'm going to turn on my light up in my stairwell so you can see what it will look like with lights on, you know, to your side and behind you. Okay, so now the light's on beside us in the stair. We got the light on behind us in the dining room. And yet it still looks pretty decent. It's not too bad.
You gotta group your piano. You can stay at my place until it's ready.
Why won't be cramping your scene?
I mean, this isn't the ideal situation, at least for me. I wouldn't want to watch a full-length movie with, you know, lights on to my left, lights on behind me, just because it does wash out the picture a bit. What I will do now is I will turn the lights off so you guys can get an idea of what the picture is like without any lights on. So, side light off. And dining room light off. So this is about your overall quality right here of the Epson 2030. Overall, not a bad projector, it looks pretty good. Once in a while, I do have some issues where I think the screen could be a little more crisp. Right now, it looks pretty good. I have Xfinity on demand, on HBO on demand right now, playing Walter Mitty. So this looks pretty good, but when I'm watching everyday live TV, I do notice a few spots here and there where I feel like it could be a little more crisp and it could look a little bit better. I mean, maybe I'm comparing it to the DLP projector that I previously had, but I had to get rid of it because of the rainbow effects. I'll give you guys a little peek, just going through the Xfinity menu. We'll tune into some live TV right now. Maybe you guys will be able to get a glimpse of what I'm talking about, where I say that I feel like it could look, I think I had higher hopes that it would look a little bit better than it does. So here's the news right here. Here's an idea. This is some live TV going on. We are about 15 feet back from the wall. That's what I project onto. I have 18-foot high ceilings here in my living room. Right now I'm just projecting onto a wall. Haven't really thought much about possibly getting a screen. So this is just a little run through, little brief overview so you guys can see this thing in action, get an idea. Let me just throw it into eco mode real quick for you so you can get an idea. Just click on your user button. You can either do normal or you can do eco. We'll put it on eco. As you can see, the image does dim a little bit, but it's nothing too significant. The projector quiets down dramatically, which in my opinion is huge. So in my opinion, if you're going to sit in the dark and you're going to watch this thing, I would put it on eco mode so you don't have to deal with the noise of the fan. During the day, I do not put it on eco mode. I usually will keep it on normal if I'm watching it or if I'm playing a video game or whatever I'm doing, just because, you know, I want it to be a little bit brighter in the ambient light. I'll turn the lights back on so you can see what eco mode looks like with all the lights on. That's the rear light in the dining room. That's the side light up on the stairs. So here's the projector in eco mode with some ambient light. So you can be the judge of what you think. Definitely, I've seen better, but there's also worse out there as well. So you can be the judge, and you can decide if it fits what you're looking for. So in conclusion, this projector overall is a decent buy. I wouldn't say it's a steal, and I wouldn't say it's a horrible buy. It's something, if you're looking for an all-around home entertainment system, maybe you have a loud household, you have kids, you got a lot going on, so you're not going to hear that fan noise, then this might be something to consider. Like I said, it's under $1,000 and it's full HD, so that's huge. If you're someone that's looking for something that looks great during the day and great at night, you might want to look elsewhere. As you saw on the demo downstairs, this does look pretty washed out when there are lights on. It is dark out right now, so ambient sunlight is going to be a little bit different than lights on in the house. However, this was just to give you a quick idea. Obviously, everyone has lights in their house. They're going to come on one at some point or another, and your image is going to get washed out. So that's definitely something to consider. So if you're looking for, I would say entry-level LCD with 3D, that's 1080p, this is it right here. If you're not looking to break the bank, you just want the cool features of 3D, you want 1080p, and you don't care if your image is 100% crisp all the time, this might be the projector for you. Definitely check it out. It's at Best Buy, $850 right now. Hopefully the price will go down since the new line of projectors just came out. I am curious to see if they price adjust anything at all. 2030, even maybe the 3020, who knows. So if you have any questions or anything else you want to know, hit me up, leave a comment below, and I will help you out the best I can.